Hey guys, it is Nick here with another Walking Dead What If topic video on Nick's Topics here today. And today, and for the rest of the time that we are going to be on this adventure of what ifs on my channel, I'm going to be working off of Power Director, a new video editor app, because Keen Master May the 3rd came out with this new freaking update, and everything is just all wacky and everything and just completely different. Like, it's not like entirely different, it's just that many of the mechanics have changed and I can't upload like I normally could. So now I have used a different app which I've so far found more useful. So, for the remainder of the time on this channel, until I get a actual PC, I'm going to be making videos off of Power Director, and I will actually be able to hold the screen like upwards on my phone instead of holding it sideways like I would with Keen Master. Not to say that was particularly a bad thing, it's just I find holding my phone how any person holds a phone, like this, or just like straightforward, is going to be a lot easier for me and just like less annoying to deal with than Keen Master. But Keen Master was always good. Now, it might seem like I'm being a bit nitpicky, especially if many of you use Keen Master or know about it, but the fact of the matter is, these are simple videos anyway, and I don't want to have to go through leaps and bounds for simple videos. I just want to do something simple and sweet for the enjoyment of you guys. And recently, my channel, Nick's Topics, has gotten a lot of love. I am very surprised and, like, definitely happy about how much love my channel's got so far. I know it's not, like, worldwide famous to get money off of yet, but that's definitely going to be a work in progress for the future. Anyway, with all that said and done out of the way, we are finally going to get into the what if topic for today, which is, what if Simon won the battle against Negan in Season 8? Now, this is actually a pretty interesting question, and one I thought myself that I personally thought in the original show that Simon was going to be the first one to win, because he seemed more of like a fighter than Negan, but Negan was a gym teacher, so whatever Simon did clearly didn't add up. But anyway, yeah, this isn't going to be too long, but definitely still a good dive in, and yeah, let's get into it. Now, if Simon had killed Negan and fulfilled what he wanted and basically became the leader of the Saviors, I definitely think that, well, I know this would impact The Walking Dead a lot. Because, first off, there'd be no Negan to deal with Alpha, and Rick would eventually hear about it, and there'd be no fight with them to the end, like in the original Season 8 ending. So, yeah, a lot would change. So, before we talk into those kinds of effects, let's get into what will happen after Simon kills Negan. Now, we need to ask ourselves a few questions if Simon did somehow become the leader. First question is, would he be a better leader than Negan? And we all know the answer to that one. That would be a no. A big 100% no. Why? For any Simon fans? Simple answer. Simon was reckless, irritable, and not likable. And he was ruthless. He didn't care who lived and died. He just killed just for the sake of killing, pretty much. Some morals of Negan did sit into him, but he wanted to do things his way. He thought that anyone who rebelled needed to die. No ifs, ands, or buts. Question number 2. Would the Saviors actually want him as the leader? Well, After killing Negan, pretty much they wouldn't be like, I don't think the saviors in that regard would honestly be 110% truly on board with Simon. They might look up to him as a now leader because he did kill Negan fair and square in a fight, but a lot of people didn't like his guts in general. So I doubt that this would actually have long-term effects for them actually wanting him as their leader. Like, they wouldn't show as much loyalty to him, or if any, barely, to Simon as they did Negan. And you saw how Negan dealt with people. He knew. Negan had a skill set, which he was capable of that because he was a gym teacher. He would naturally be good at something like that. But Simon, honestly, I think that the saviors at that point, here's two ways I think that this could play out. One of which being, Rick's group hears about Negan's death, and they go to ambush the sanctuary, ultimately winning. Because Simon would be all in for just killing Rick and all the Hilltop people, Maggie, etc. So, even Maggie hearing about Negan's death, that would honestly give her a sense of, like, warmth. Glenn had finally been avenged. So after that, I think the war would honestly be not even a war. I think the Sanctuary and Simon and the Saviors, like I said, either all of them would fight amongst themselves and kill each other for leadership, or Rick's group would just end them. Because at that point, Simon would be on for war, like I said, and probably leave themselves more vulnerable. Rick's group would probably have a higher advantage. After that, aside from Negan being gone, the Whisperers, nothing would truly divulge from the original story, except Negan wouldn't be there. Small things would change, but I really don't think that much would change out of the original source material. And that first scenario would be Simon kills Negan, Saviors turn on him, and they ultimately get themselves killed. Nothing divulges other than Negan being dead. Or, scenario 2, Simon kills Negan, and Simon leads the Saviors to kill Rick and the group, ultimately fall, and nothing divulges again other than Negan being dead. So yeah, honestly, those are the two scenarios that I think could have happened had Simon actually got through with what he wanted to kill Negan. What do you guys think? What do you think could have happened if Simon had actually gotten his wish? You think he would have made a good leader and led the Saviors to ultimately probably die? Or do you think they would have turned on him and made things worse for themselves? Leave a comment down below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more on this channel. I hope you guys like the new video editor app. Not too much of a difference, but I will see you guys in the next video.